Alright, hello everyone, Simon here. Welcome back to our Minecraft Trains project. Let's see what's going on. So, nothing special right now. I guess we have to finish off lining the, closing off the track here with the wood pattern. So I guess I'll go straight into that. Let me just, keep going here. Hi Wesley. Is Wesley here? Wesley is here. Assuming Wesley wants to join. Later on, when we finish... Oops. When we finish, closing up this track here with the wood, I guess we're gonna move on to the next station, whichever that is. Possibly Ozymandias station? Ozymandias. So Wesley, if you wanna think about designing, or are you familiar with the Ozymandias reference, Wesley? It's a poem. I forgot who it's by. Let me just look it up on the internet. Alright, so while you work, I'm gonna look up. It's by Percy Bysshe Shelley. Ozymandias. It's not very long. So the poem is as: I met a traveller from an antique land who said, two vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert, near them on the sand. Half sunk a shattered visage lies, whose frown and wrinkled lip and sneer of cold command tell that its sculptor well these passions read, which yet survive, stamped on these lifeless things. The hand that mocked them and the heart that fed. And on the pedestal these words appear: my name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look on my works, ye mighty, and despair. Nothing beside remains round the decay of that colossal wreck, boundless and bare. The lone and level sand stretch far away. So, the poem talks about a broken statue half buried in the desert. And the inscription on the statue says, my name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look up on my works, ye mighty, and despair. And the poem is about, I guess, hubris. And it's about people making monuments that ultimately last longer than they do. And so the empire has been buried in the sand, and all that remains is the hubris of the broken statue. And also the tricky part of that is, look up on my works, ye mighty, and despair. So ostensibly it is Ozymandias saying that you should feel despair when you see his mighty works. But you can also read it as, look up on his works and his despair, because this despair describes the state of the broken statue more so than it describes your state of mind when you look at his broken statues, right? Anyways, that's the poem. So Ozymandias Station, Ozymandias is a half-buried pyramid in the sand, which is why I called it Ozymandias, because it's a monument buried in the sand, right? So Ozymandias Station, it is complicated, Wesley. It's literary and complicated. So the idea, like, so the actual place is a is a desert temple or a pyramid, a desert pyramid that's half buried in the sand. And so the theme of Ozymandias is a place that's basically half ruined and forgotten is the intent. So yeah, so we need to figure out how to build the train station that fits the concept of reminds me of our lectures in school. Yeah, we're going back to English class, Wesley. We're going back to English class where we're studying poetry again. So Ozymandias, how do we make a train? Because the train station is not actually in ruins, right? So the train station is functional, but it should function in a way that fits the theme of a ruined city, or the broken remains of a long lost civilization, whatever that means. That needs to remain open. That's gonna be closed there. Like that. Oh, that's pretty straightforward. I mean, we could have like a... Maybe the train station is built into a ruined building. So maybe there's like a ruined building that has been renovated into a train station somehow. Not sure how that works. It still has to function as a train station. Anyway, we have maybe like half an hour, probably less actually. We have a little bit more time to think about design concepts before we get to Ozymandias. And here, oh, this part, this should be closed off completely. That should be up to there and there and there, which means this is gonna be open, I believe, down here. Yeah, no, I don't really know how to translate that into a train station. Translate the poem Ozymandias, because trains are new technology, kind of, and ruins are old things. So I don't really know what to do about that. Do we also I forgot whether we end before or at the last persister. How about a modern interpretation of the poem? What does that even mean? Go on, elaborate, Wesley. I mean, it kind of, it doesn't have to fit the poem as much as it needs to fit the buried pyramid. Okay, we stopped before the last persister. Everything's recording and streaming, right? Yeah, alright, good. Well, because we deal with modern technology, okay. Go on. Let me leave that at 3 blocks. I'm gonna end that there. Oh, we stopped before the last set of persisters, by the way. And then down here, we could build something modern but still vacant or old or modern renovated. I don't... I still don't really understand what you mean. I guess when we get there we can try it out. So here are some things I've been thinking about that are possibilities. We might have like a new structure built on top of old foundations. So if you imagine that maybe at some point in the past... Oh wait, this is not even... How far back did we stop? If we imagine... Oh, we didn't do any of this? What was I saying? A new structure built on old foundations. Or maybe like a... yeah, or like an old building that has been ruined and abandoned and then subsequently renovated into a train station. Hi Q. I was thinking about concepts for the next train station. And I just realized there's a lot of stuff we still have to do. I thought we had finished the stuff down here all the way to the end, but no, we didn't. So it would change all this stuff into logs as well down here. Let me run all the way back to see how much we haven't done. Wow, hey, look how much we haven't done. Okay, we did up to this part on this side. Well, I guess we just go ahead and do that. Like that. And what would be suitable to renovate into a train station? What's it called? On my... No, Wesley is like on the other end of this track, Q. And fit in a desert, yeah. So let me go to my browser. Caravansary, or alternatively caravanserai. Is a caravansary is basically a facility where caravans stop and rest. So it'll be a central court surrounded by an arcade and storerooms, large enough to hold 300 to 400 camels. So this was in the Middle Eastern and I think North African places, where you have caravans crossing the desert, mostly camels. So the caravanserai is like a truck stop. It's a camel stop. I mean, these days we have truck stops. Back then they have camel stops. It's basically a caravanserai. It would be thematically consistent if a caravanserai was then renovated into a train station, I guess. But it would be an abandoned and ruined caravanserai renovated into a truck stop. Not truck stop, a train station. Ah! Alright, put that back. Oh, let me just type this in. Caravanserai. Is what it's called. I'm in the cable duct lining the sides, if you're wondering what I'm doing. Actually, you can see in the stream, can't you? That's gonna be water. Let's do that real quick so the water doesn't come in. Oh crap, that's water too. Yeah, well, how far did you go? You don't necessarily need to remove it again, because we haven't quite decided what to do at the junctions. Maybe we could, like, when we get to the junctions, we can decide what to do about it. Can we do that and that? Alright. Still a lot of logs that need to be placed down the bottom here. Which is probably going to be most of today's stream, I'm afraid. It's just in the cable duct, lining the walls. A caravanserai renovated into a train station. So it's the caravanserai usually is a courtyard with water and feed in the middle, like stables around the side, and then warehouses around that. I think is the usual form of the caravanserai. So suppose we take one side of the stables and put the train in, or we put the train tracks into the courtyard. Is that a bit strange? Maybe that's a bit strange. Trying to imagine in my head how we might do this. I suppose, you know what, that can also be log.